This segment brought to you by Supernatural.
By Supernatural, it'll change your life. Although I did pull my
Here's your
abs.
chance. Here's your chance, Mike. Here's your chance to pitch Supernatural to the world, and then I'll cut it when we can start the podcast.
It doesn't need to be pitched. I want to keep it a secret as long as possible because it's only $10 a month, and if I get everybody on board with it, they're gonna just raise the price.
That's
So
how it'll
yeah,
work. It'll become more successful
I
the
know
more. Shouldn't it cost less money when they get more?
it should. It should cut less when you get more people on there, but that's not the way capitalism works. Supply and demand, except backwards.
Well,
Anyways, hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On an Unrelated Note. Oh no, sorry, different podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Economy of Nothing. I'm your host, Mike Allen, the man, the myth, legend, aka Mr. Green, aka Business Mike. I'm followed here with my co-host, Mike Bedont, aka Captain Tracy.
welcome back, Mike. We never left the economy of nothing. There's no escaping the economy of nothing. Welcome to being here.
Yep. Hello, listeners or viewers, whichever.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, hit that subscribe button. Give us 5 stars.
We have a website
on your podcast things of choice.
Economyofnothing.com.
There's a website.com. You can buy a hat I'm wearing. We have a big infrastructure that we don't know what to do with.
So here's the problem, guys. We made a lot of stuff. We have no idea how to connect it. But you know what? Thanks for coming along the ride.
But like, I was thinking, like, once I got through my fucking deep dark depression from earlier today, like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh my, it's so good that I already did I just couldn't. It would be fucking impossible right now to do any of this stuff, right? If I was like, okay, Mike, let's start a podcast, and I had to like build a website and come up with like all this stuff, but it's already there. It's just kind of limp and functionless.
Let me just ask a question. I really need to know. Does the thing really matter about like having a consistent pool? Like, wouldn't ChatGPT lie to you about that from a business model standpoint? Because wouldn't it be in Google's best interest to make you release a video every week? And I'm just curious about that. Like, there's got to be some instances where people like grew their fan base without having to do it every week, right? Because like that doesn't take into account like viral factor.
Oh, you're talking about my desire to like produce a podcast every week.
I'm just
and, like,
curious.
put
Like,
something out.
is there another interval you can do?
No,
Or no, it's just always got to be
no,
weekly.
well, you can I mean, you can do anything, right? Like, it doesn't, like, there's no like rules,
But there
right?
is.
But of course, the more
There is like unofficial rules.
the more consistently you produce content, whatever consistency that is, the more consistency you produce content, the more the algorithm's going to like you, because it wants to like
Monetize
it
you.
wants to take the easy it wants to take the easy way out. It wants to like know when it's going to get stuff, and that's why the more videos you produce, and like, for I guess if we're talking YouTube here specifically, the more videos you produce and the more like consistently you do it, the more safe of a bet you are for the algorithm to show your stuff to people, right? And the only other way to get your stuff shown to people, other than like pleasing the algorithm, is to like pay for it, right? And there's like 2 ways to please the
A
algorithm.
hand job.
It's to like give to give it a content hand job, to put like Johnny Depp's like crying face in like a courtroom, and like Trump's there or something, right? You know what I mean? And like then that thumbnail's like get you a click.
Did you use
probably, right? You know what I
Johnny
mean?
Bravo's face? Because I look like Johnny Bravo right now.
Well, I thought I said Johnny Depp, and I don't. The only reason I said Johnny Depp is because I saw some like weird AI picture of him, like in for like a thumbnail. Like, are they going to do Pirates 5? And I was like, man, I remember him saying under oath that he wouldn't do Pirates 5.
He's doing Pirates 5, baby. He's got to pay for something.
So you can lie under oath, like if it's like the future, right? That's not a lie, I guess. Like, is that not true? Did he not say? I remember this.
And the fact is, Mr. Depp, if Disney came to you with $300 million and 1 million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean film.
Correct? That is true, Mr. Rottenborn.
Fuck you won't.
Yeah,
You don't make
fuck
a
you
Pirates
won't.
5, you lying
Yeah,
sack. He should have been remanded into custody the moment he said that bullshit.
dude.
He's gonna
They
make
were
a
like,
Pirates
"You'll make a
5.
Pirates 5 for $300 million," and you're like, "You're right. I will make a
Yeah,
Pirates 5 for $300 million. I will."
but it's none of their money.
Nah, it's mostly ours.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I
It's a
forgot
shame
where
they
I was
pay him
going
that
with
much money and
it.
don't make the thing good. That's just sad.
Well, it's almost like if they spent the money on anything, like the idea that what Pirates of the Caribbean 5 needs is Johnny Depp is insanity when you consider that's a thing that like the last ones that weren't good also had, right?
Can we
Like
also
no one's clamoring
wait?
for
Hold on,
like Johnny
hold on,
Depp. Like, if you weren't
hold on,
clamoring for
hold on.
Jack Sparrow, we would have gone to the
If
other
we were
movies.
clamoring,
You would have stopped
I
making
love that
them.
clamoring, a little fish joke in there.
Jack Sparrow feels like a clamoring
Well,
kind of
first
guy.
off, there's nothing after the third one. Okay, so I thought most of Pirates is bad. Honestly, most of it is, except for the theme song. Yeah,
I only like the first
yeah, I
one.
like the
I
first one,
honestly I
and then I like the one with Davy Jones Locker, just because I don't know. I like the idea of Davy Jones. Like I'm fascinated by
that
myth.
looks
Yeah,
that looks really
yeah.
cool. The like I think like his like I remember that like maybe I wasn't even a kid, but I remember like it's a little creepy. I
I
don't know
remember
what
being like, that was good
that is.
CGI. That was like actually somebody put time and effort into that rather than just everything in green screen. But yeah, like if you could turn my character into Davy Jones right now, that'd be great. Poof, animate, Mike. You gotta animate.
Are we doing that? Are
We
we
are
still
now,
doing
yeah. No,
that?
anyways, so I like that one, and I like the Davy Jones one. I hated the one with where like all of a sudden there's a bunch of Chinese pirates because it made no sense. Like I like the idea of Chinese pirates. I just don't like the idea that there's a pirate council and we're just now finding out about them. And it's like, come on, man.
I
Like,
like what I like about that is like you caught yourself and you're like you didn't want to seem like you didn't like the idea of the Chinese, but then you threw yourself under the bus. So you do like pirating, Mike? Is that what you're saying publicly on this
I
podcast that
do.
you're a fan
I
of
did go to
piracy?
ECU, and so did you. So you're a fan of the pirates too.
There you go, good coverage. Purple, gold, ARG, first down,
Arg.
things of that nature.
Yeah, so Pirates cool, but here's the thing that nobody's thinking about. Yeah, we're gonna bring Johnny Depp back for Pirates 5 for $1 billion, whatever. Have you looked at Johnny Depp lately? He looks mad puffy, dude. Like imagine Johnny Depp as Jack
Well,
Sparrow, but like all
that
fat and like just like
well, that's how I kind of
hot dog fingers
I
and
guess
shit.
how I'm thinking about it. I didn't know if that was an AI picture because it was an older Johnny Depp, but it was like I don't think that's what Johnny Depp looked like. I think the last time I saw Johnny Depp was like an image of it and being like, man, it's fucking hard being
Yeah,
Johnny Depp
and
or
if you're
something
gonna
like
listen,
that.
and there's some things about the pirates that do well about the little intricate details, like that little spot on his chin that always like each movie gets a little bit bigger, and it's like kind of shows a little bit of a bone. Like that's supposed to be him with like
It's like
syphilis for like a long period of time or something. I don't remember. It's something like or maybe scurvy, but basically like you're starting to see his bone because he just got some shit wrong with it.
space scurvy.
But if they show him and that spot's not fucking widely bigger because this much time's passed and he's definitely gonna look the age of it. Like, I mean, he should have no chin at this point. Like, just a fucking, you just see like
Yeah.
a bone chin. Like,
Oh, I mean, no, like, well, it's one of those things too, right? Where like they're too cowardly to like even like make it a sequel like that, right? It's gonna be like a soft reboot
come
sequel,
on, I don't
like
want that
prequel.
shit.
Like, of course it. Yes, it is. It's like but at the end, Orlando Bloom will be standing there, right?
Which
And I'm like, yeah, no, I saw the end of the third one where Orlando Bloom was
I think
standing
he actually
there.
comes back for the fourth one too. At the end of the day, I think we can all agree the least impactful person of the entire Pirates of the Caribbean series is Orlando Bloom. Just like a fart in the wind.
Yeah,
Like who cares about him in that movie? Like you don't even care
yeah.
that he's
Well,
like
like
cute. Oh my god, shut up. Shut up, you fucking cunt.
whoa, edit point. No, the uh, sure, yeah, Orlando Bloom again. It's so weird because like we say Pirates. the second you think, I'm like, what do you mean? William Turner that in the Pirates of the Caribbean, that's good. And then you're like, oh no, there were 4 other movies. I'm like, oh no, I don't remember
You're like,
that. I don't know.
I think his dad was on the Davy Jones, and then he replaces his heart for somebody else's heart, even though it's supposed to be with Keira Knightley.
They,
I think Keira Knightley and Johnny Depp
it
wanted to
was just
bang, but they didn't bang, but they kind of banged, but they didn't bang.
my memory, and we could leave this alone, but my memory of it is just like it was just double cross after triple cross after,
Dude,
like it just
it
everyone
is
was like,
always
and now
that.
I have the heart, and it's like, no, I secretly didn't have the heart. This other person had the heart, and I'm like, you guys have gotten so far up your
Which,
own ass with this
which,
shit. And
dude,
like,
what's crazy about the whole movie is if you really pan it down, every character's like main plot point in their development is that they're friends, but then they keep double crossing each other to the point of where they're friends again.
yeah,
Because like Barbados does it to Johnny Depp like at least twice, and I think Captain Jack Sparrow does it back to Barbados like at least twice, and then you have that like it's just everybody's
yeah,
tricking everyone, but then they're actually doing it for the other person, and then they don't find that out, so they trick them back, and then somehow they're like in a worser situation, but also helping each other. It's always weird, dude. I remember watching those and being like,
yeah,
"What is the fucking point of this movie?"
yes. I was like, it's one of those things. Like, are we having fun yet? I guess I don't know.
Is this fun?
Like,
We asked for
I,
fun. Are we having fun?
like it really did just seem like it was really just like a set piece after a set piece after a set piece for kind of like
It just goes to show you
not
that
any
if you can
reason.
put this sound effect behind any action scenes, it'll go hard. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, sorry, that was Game of Thrones. Can you do add
Well,
the
have you
sound
ever?
of Pirates of the Caribbean here?
Oh, well, now you're gonna. Yeah, all right, really.
Hum, hum, hada, hum, hum, hada, hum, hum, hada, hum.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the thing? So that's a Hans Zimmer bit, and it's his same bit from
Oh,
Gladiator.
I didn't know that.
In the movie Gladiator, here's the clip.
Drink up, me hearties, yo ho.
No,
We've
but
turned into a clip
like
show.
his song, the theme from Gladiator and the theme from Pirates of the Caribbean, very similar. But people
All
should
right,
check
so
that
let's
out. Anyway,
talk about sequels and how we're never going to get away from them. And you know what?
we can.
Or no, we don't want to.
No, we can't. I wanted to find this page in this book where I was like, but everything you're allowed to. I wrote this entire notebook, Mike, and it has like a whole like time heist thing or whatever. But the joke at the end is that it's Ocean's 12.
Mm.
So you know, I can't hate anyone for having a bad idea.
So,
You know?
what's your rule on hard candy on a podcast? Highly for it.
I mean, I think probably against it, but if you can keep it together, I guess. But you
It's
clearly
so
can't.
stuck in my
So I
teeth
don't
right
know.
now.
Well, you know, good thing this isn't still the edit point.
You said I could do anything I wanted, so
I did say you could do anything you wanted, Mike. But I thought that would encompass like making a good podcast.
not at all. You are sadly mistaken.
I know. Listen, Mike. You know what I mean. You got some time away from the fam. You know, you're chilling. You're
I mean,
eating your candies.
how can you sit there and tell me you're taking it seriously when you're drinking a Miller Lite? Like, at least bring some class to the place. Make it a Dos Equis or something.
Mike, I don't know. I think episode like 13 or something. You said you prefer me when I'm drinking Miller Lite.
To be
So
fair, I love Miller Lite. It's a great beer.
I'm trying to please you. It's your show. I'm trying to please you. I'm trying to place products. You know,
Miller Lite,
Miller Lite.
sponsored by not us. We don't have that. So,
If you're trying to get drunk, but not that drunk, but
also like
you don't want a hangover.
Miller,
The right amount of drunk. Miller Lite, the right amount of drunk.
Miller
Miller
Lite.
Lite.
After 14 of these, I might be a problem.
Yeah, man.
Miller Lite.
Yeah.
I might
what-
drink a 24 pack and somehow feel not drunk.
Yeah. What are the odds I'm going to stay up that late?
Miller Lite. You can drink a lot of me and pee your pants, but that's about it. Hi. You know what?
Hey, I don't like.
Iris, we're great
What,
at
like,
taglines.
it's one of those things. I think it's very funny, like people's hatred of like every light beer, but the light beer they drink. Like I always just think it's so funny. I'm like, no, this is all very
No,
similar.
actually, this is a
Though,
great subject for the podcast of the economy of nothing. Okay.
oh,
All right.
okay.
So you were just talking about alcohol and beer and light beer. I think if we all were,
Well,
let's be all honest.
wait, sorry. No.
Jesus
We need to be
Christ.
open
It's
real
my
quick.
show?
That
Is
was
it
a
my
spot.
show?
That was a like. No, we just have to tell people that that was a sponsored segment by Miller Lite, so like our opinions could be influenced by the amounts of money Miller Lite just gave us. So other sponsors give us the same amount of money. Anyway,
Miller Lite.
I'm
Go
sorry.
fuck yourself. No,
Oh,
so, sorry.
gentleman's beer or something.
Anyways.
No, I shouldn't have cut you off. I was trying to make a funny buddy joke.
No,
Mike. I'm
just
trying to
shut
be a
up.
goof.
Just shut up and go with it. All right? Stick your finger in your mouth.
Well, no.
Anyways, so I think if we're talking about beer here and light beer, and I think if we're all really being honest with ourselves, the only reason we like beer is because we're told to like beer. Like if you could make Sprite alcoholic and it tastes just like a Sprite, you're telling me you'd rather drink a beer over a Sprite? Like Sprite's delicious.
Mike, honestly, I have to.
Oh
I
my
have to,
God,
like,
you're
no bullshit with you right
bullshitting.
now.
No,
No.
if you're gonna tell me, no, I like the taste of beer, bro. It's me. It's just me you're talking to here.
No. I'm not saying that at all. Right? What I'm saying is like, I have like an eclectic drink taste.
Yeah, most alcoholics do.
Is all I'm gonna. But like, no, we can go back to the fact that like I don't mind the taste of coffee, right? I like the taste of coffee. You don't like the taste of
To
coffee.
be fair, I like unsweet tea, but I didn't always like unsweet tea.
Yeah, like I don't like sweet tea.
Here's the thing. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that beer, especially light beer, it could just be better. Like I think we all tricked ourselves into liking it. I don't actually. You know what I mean?
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
No, I think what you're saying about like craft beers,
Yeah.
right? Like the fact of the matter is, what people want is a heavier, is like a more alcoholic, lighter beer. People want to get drunk off water. Is what
That's
they
what I mean.
want,
Like if I could just get
right?
drunk off water, that'd be
Yes,
way easier
yes.
because I could just drink it faster. You know?
I
Yeah.
mean, that's the rise of like all these like seltzers and shit, right? You know, whatever, right? Like, listen, Mike. The fact of the matter is, if we want to talk about the moment the like economy of nothing started and America died, and I've been tracking it for a while. I'm like, was it 10 years? How long ago was
it when the
right?
music died?
It was probably when they outlawed Ford Locos. Obviously, is the moment that America died. It was the drink America wanted. It's the drink America needed, and it's the drink America deserved. And they fucking took it
Oh
from
my
us,
God!
Mike.
If you could
know,
I would like an
Who
infomercial
did
of, bye bye my Four Loco guy. They banned you, took your ingredients, and we can't get
fucking
fucked
wrong?
up. You know how Four Loco was the greatest thing ever invented?
Whose mom did it? Whose mom did it?
Yeah, but Four Loco was the greatest drink that you could drink one
You gotta-
of
you
and
gotta
just be
tell
like,
about it. Tell
blah.
about it
That's what I
real.
mean, because everybody that remembered Four Loco has at least one Four Loco story.
Yeah, but like Mike, what I'm telling you is like, you and I are of a very specific time period. Like they continued to make Four Locos for a long time that were not like the legit.
I know.
Like, and I don't remember what the difference was. Maybe you do, right? But like,
Well, it went
they
from
didn't,
like
take-
13, 14%. They had to dial it back to like right under 10. They became like 9. But you basically were drinking a Red Bull energy drink type style, but had the alcohol content of a whole bottle of wine in your hand. So people would drink one of those and just be fucking plastered. Like you were gone, dude. And they were marketed to like college kids who have never drank before. So you get like a chick who's
Dude,
like
it was-
$110. She's blacking out in the middle of the street because she drank a whole Four Loco.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, there was so many, but like I thought it was fucking great. I could handle it just enough to go. You take 2 of them, you drink one to pregame, you finish one right before you go to the club. You're awake and drunk. The
I
whole
never
time.
I never understood how people could drink multiple Four Locos and like be active. I could drink
Oh,
one and that was it. If I drank more than one, like my stomach, I might as well be puking because it was so. I remember that
well, I needed
it
to,
was like eating. It was like drinking like
oh,
Sour Patch Kids. Don't you remember that? Like it was just the colors were so
yeah, no,
blue
no,
or
no.
green or orange and just tasted.
To
Oh
your point, about trying to get like super like, but like at that time, I wanted to drink water that
no,
tasted
no, it was.
like I wanted to like
It got the job done. Yeah,
so I was like, no, this was the fucking product,
yeah,
right? Like this is like if you're trying like no have like what are you trying to do? Well, I'd like to go out. You should drink a Four Loco. You shouldn't chug a Four Loco in 2 minutes.
yeah. There was kids like
But you should
shotgunning
drink.
them. That I remember. It would shotgun a whole Four
Oh
Loco.
yeah, man. I know. Like, but like, you know, that's fine. And see, and then everyone grew up and they got lame and they were like, we got to take away the Four Loco.
Do you remember Sparks?
Like, what are we gonna do with
Do
these
you remember
kids?
Sparks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sparks was like, but Sparks was like, I think Sparks was like pre Four Loco. I think Sparks was like people were like, oh, it's like an energy drink with alcohol. Four Loco came out, I was like, fuck you.
I was like I feel like I was the guy that liked Zimas at the time because I was really a big Sparks fan because I like Sparks because you could have like a couple of them, but I did find out one night that if you had a whole 6 pack of Sparks, you were throwing up everywhere, and you were not. You were a great.
What was
I
that?
threw up hot dogs everywhere.
Dude, what was those gross things? Do they still make Smirnoff Ice?
Yeah, I got iced like 2 years ago. Yeah,
Really?
I got
I
iced
didn't
in my
know. I
own wedding.
didn't.
You were there. Yeah, I forgot about that. Remember when I had to pull
I.
that?
Oh, I
Yeah,
guess yeah, I do
she had
remember.
an ice
Yeah.
under there.
Okay,
I was
maybe
like,
that's why I was like last time. Okay, so I'm asking the wrong guy.
I'll be honest with you. I When it comes to getting smeared off ice, I'd much rather get smeared off. Like it would be way worse if there's like a 40 under there. I'd be like, I will take the smeared off ice gladly, please. Even a deuce
Yeah,
deuce
I
one.
remember. Like, I think if I was gonna go with something like that, we say that uh a Smirnoff Ice is then the same camp as like a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, probably from like an alcohol standpoint.
All right, I think I'd prefer them. Yeah,
Yeah,
right. I mean, glass bottle, whitish liquid that
yeah, but
has
like
alcohol in
the whole point of the ice is like
it.
honestly, the whole point of the ice is like, man, that's a lot of sugar. You don't want to take down that much sugar. I don't think Mike's Hard Lemonade is as hard as an ice from a sugar standpoint.
But like, are people like enjoy? Like, is the economy of Smirnoff Ice exclusively pranks?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's drinking those for real. Not, I mean, maybe some like. All right, so it's the
Well, that's like kind of what I'm asking.
Smirnoff
Like,
Ice is been turned into a prank,
is it a meme
it's the
drink?
only thing like somebody in high school can get to drink. You know, like it's the drink you get before you learn how to drink. You know what I mean? It's your pre-drinking, but
Like,
it's
yeah,
never advertised to that. But we all know that's what it's advertised for.
but like when we were younger, right? Those those Smirnoff Ice were because like people had bought Smirnoff Ice and only some people wanted to drink them and they were what was left over, right? No,
Yeah,
I haven't been to
no, but
a party that was like had like Smirnoff Ice and like
nobody.
the on the bar table or whatever,
I've never
you know,
seen
like
like somebody like have Smirnoff Ice out in like a one of those like beer caddy tins that are made out of metal. You know, they show it in the commercial all the time, like taking it out of
yeah,
one of those, and like
yeah. I'm gonna
never
have
seen a
to.
Smirnoff Ice in one of those, never, ever, at any bar.
I'm next time I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna be
Yeah, look for it.
more clued in on the drink section. Well, I haven't been drinking as much,
Yeah,
so I haven't been paying
I
as
do have
much attention
another.
to the drink
So
section.
hard liquor wise, that is just this was just marketed to kids to get messed up as quick as possible, and they still have it today. 99 bananas, 99 oranges. Remember that? It's a 99 proof
No.
alcohol that yeah, I mean the whole thing is called 99 and it's 99 proof. And I remember in high school everybody getting 99 bananas and 99 oranges, which is one of like the two flavors they had at the time. And my God, were they gross. Oh, they were so bad, but they would get you messed up quick. And I've looked today, there is about every flavor of 99 that you can think of. 99 butterscotch, 99
Okay.
rocket pop, 99, bull testicle, anything.
I remember all the. Is this vodka?
I don't know if you can technically call it vodka. Honestly, I think it's a schnapp. But yeah.
Was it from a liquor store or
It's
from
from a liquor
like a
store for
gas
sure.
station? Okay, because I remember in college, flavored brunettes was
Oh,
fucking big.
God.
Flavored brunettes, the girls loved flavored fucking
Dude, and
brunettes.
flavored brunettes is now like it's like well liquor at a bar. It's so bad. Have you ever had brunettes since then?
Oh
Have
man,
you had it? Dude,
no, I
it'll
no, I
give
haven't had.
you
I don't know
one
the
of
last
the
time I had
worst
brunettes.
headaches you've ever experienced. I don't know how anybody drinks brunettes like willingly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not drinking liquor unless it's brown
Yeah,
mostly.
you're a
These
Scotch
days, I don't
guy
think.
with a little bit of ice or a lot of
Well, no,
ice. Depending on
well,
the mood.
no. I guess I'll get no, but I guess I'd get like a vodka soda. No, but I like no. Why would I have fucking Brunette? No, I'd never have Brunette. Like I wouldn't buy a rail vodka. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they were like
I'll
if they were
take
like, hey,
Tito's,
what's
please.
like yeah, no, would like no, if it's like happy hour and it's like rail drinks, I'm not. And the rail was brunettes, I wouldn't
Let me put it this
do
way: I would
it.
drink it as long as I didn't know that I was drinking it. You know, like if somebody went and bought
Yeah,
my
sure,
drink,
I guess.
I'm not good enough to be like, this is Burnett's.
Listen, I'm unemployed. I'm not too good. I'm not too good for any drinks. You know what I mean?
He's only good for free
Economy and
drinks.
Patreon.com/economy of
Yeah,
nothing, right?
economyofnothing.com.
But
Mike Bedont got fired for being too
while
good at
while we figure it
podcasts, and he
out,
needs help. He needs your money. And you know what? And I'm such a good
he's too
host that
good.
I'm not
He's
going to
too
take any
good at
of it. He can have all of it. Okay?
podcast.
So somebody
Well,
pay.
that's
All right? Somebody pay.
great. We have that in writing, Mike. That's what I've been looking for. You're off the podcast. You've
See
been
you
kicked out.
later.
You have no say anymore.
All 15
I've
cents
been.
monthly coming straight to you.
All right. I got. I zero cents. Though I do need to go set up. I need to get my $2 back for buying this hat. But it's been fucking hell of a month, Mike. Anyway, what were we talking about? On to topic number two.
Topic number 2. Do you have a topic you want
We're
to talk?
doing topics
Yeah.
now.
Because this show is about anything,
did-
everything, and nothing all at the same time.
All right. Well, all right. So we can go like we know. Actually, this would be a great like if you're coming up with something like let's talk about my video plans for the next month or something. Right?
Nah,
Are you
not
interested?
really, no.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You can go ahead.
Okay. No. So like we've been doing the visual radio, which was like me like trying to do like an animation for like the whole length of this podcast. But like I've proved I can do it, but the podcast isn't there to do anything with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
He
there's
feels like he needs to evolve his skill, right?
well I just feel like as I'm there, like it's just an animated talk show. And I think that it's pretty impressive that like I was able to do it for so many weeks and like we could do it again once we have like this show in like some sort of format where like it makes sense as a talk show. But like there's other stuff we need to try and other stuff like trying like well that I need to try, right? And one of the things I need to try is like fixing the tech for just the podcast.
Yes.
Right? And so part of that is like getting out here and trying to like get more things like recorded and stuff. And so the idea of that is then like, oh well, like streaming stuff is like the best way to test that out. But like, I don't know. Are you listening?
Yeah, I was just looking for something better to talk about, but I was listening for sure.
Okay, well, so I'm just trying to set up because you already know,
Yeah.
or you don't know.
At the end of the day, I'm
That,
just
like,
gonna do whatever you tell me to do. So
I know, no, but shut up because what I'm trying to tell you to do is tell me like. Now I have nothing to say.
oh, what a
'cause I
great
told you to shut
segment!
up.
What a great topic.
Oh, well, you didn't listen the whole time.
Honestly,
You
I
weren't
was
paying
kind
any
of listening,
attention.
and I really didn't get it. So you need to set up the show better from a podcast standpoint, and you need better tech. You need people to give you money at economyofnothing.com. Go to the Patreon, economyofnothing.com. So you need better tech.
Okay, so
yeah.
no, so what I'm saying is like we only have like this 2 hours a week or whatever to do this, right? But like what I'm doing right now with what I was doing with the visual radio is taking the inputs that I got right here and trying to see what I could make with them. And I think I've kind of I haven't shown it to everyone, but I think I understand the avenues. And I think if you look at the stuff, you can kind of see where it would go. So how can I get more content to churn, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm thinking streaming, right? But what the streaming does is take a lot of the tech that I'm using right here of like, using the face, of course, and like previously when you're showing the different live stream of the computer. But the thing that it's going to let me do is call-ins. We need to figure out a way to make sure that we can record stuff no matter
But
what.
what you're saying is,
And if I'm,
we are gonna actually become a real radio show because we can have guests.
that's what, yes, like we need to be I want to be a fucking radio
Here's
show,
an idea.
Mike,
I got the
right?
best idea for you. Before you ask someone to be on the
But
podcast,
I don't have
ask if they have the fucking stuff to do it. And if they don't have the stuff to do it, either figure out a way to get them the stuff, or ask someone
but
else.
so like again, like no. So what I'm saying is like but that's not a problem people with money run into, right? But I can work around it. I just need the time,
And time is
right?
money.
Like it's not an unsolvable problem, and I know how to solve it. But I need to like bang on some stuff real quick, right? And one podcast a week, like of a recording, isn't enough to bang on.
I feel you.
Does that make
I
any
love
like?
banging all the time.
I
I need to
need
bang on more things. You know what I mean?
I need more raw material or whatever.
What he's saying
right?
is Mike
And
Allen's
we
voice is not good enough for you people to do this experiment. I'm
no,
just
but what I'm
playing.
saying is like we talk sometimes like in the mornings, and sometimes we talk about like how that's like a better vibe or whatever. And
Oh,
like
we can
I
have
just want to
call-ins,
be
like
able.
real call-ins?
Yes, but I don't know how to do that, Mike. And I can't like practice randomly when you call me in the mornings, right? Like I need to like have things set up and ready to go and test it out and do different stuff, right? But like eventually, like that's the idea. What if I did like a morning show and sometimes you fucking called in,
That
right?
would be
But like I
that would
can't
be
do that
so
next.
much easier than this.
I can't. Like we're not going to stop doing this, but that lets this become more like pressure. The pressure valve needs to be released off this podcast so that it can become the thing that then gets supplanted back into the apparatus,
I
right?
think
It was like the setup for the
Okay, so
apparatus,
that's a cool device,
and
right?
now we need to go
I'm sure there's
backwards.
something out there.
I'm
Yeah,
listening.
I'm sure there's something. But like the way I see it is, if you could turn your phone into the ability to anyone to call in and start recording as it like you were calling a radio show, and like anywhere on the go, you could just have any guest you're talking to on the phone. And ideally, that shouldn't be that hard to do because we're already using the phone anyways. We're just talking about recording something on a
I
phone.
Yes, but like Mike, the economy of nothing, right? Is
It
like
stops you from doing it.
the answer. The answer is expensive hardware,
Mhm.
right? Or proprietary technology,
So we're gonna invent something.
right? No, I'm just gonna like splice enough wires together that it doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
Right? Like, so like if someone heard this right now, they're like, you could do these 900 things. I'm like, okay, give me a $0 solution. I'm gonna develop a $0 solution. I have enough screens and like microphone, like it doesn't matter. Like it's just things getting in the way. And like people don't care. You watch like other podcasts and like people will come on because they're like famous or whatever. People are just happy to have them and it's all like glitchy and terrible, right? Like it's just like not I need to stop caring so much about the things that people do care about but don't know they care about, and then I can like wrap around the other way and it'll be fine. If that makes no sense, it's
I
fine.
mean, no,
But
I love
do you
it.
understand?
So get on that, figure it out, and
But
yeah.
do you?
What I mean, what else is to understand? I get
understand?
it. You're gonna splice fucking shit together, and we're gonna fucking do a radio show with some made up fucking phone shit, and it's gonna work. You sold me on it.
Okay, so to practice this, I think I'm gonna stream some video games, Mike.
I like that.
And
Yeah.
like one of the ideas I had was like, oh, well, I'm like looking for work. What if I did like a series? It's like looking for work, playing video games that have like jobs in them, right? And so like then the idea is like do like a Stardew Valley, a Harvest Moon, something like that, right?
We'll call it
And and
Mike Bedont's something.
there you that very helpful. But like my concern is like, and I think it's like a really like, and we kind of talked about this. I think it's like a good topical idea, but my concern is like, I'm gonna run out of how much should I play, I guess, right? Like what like do you know what I mean? Like not in that like anyone needs to watch like the real long thing, but like if you think about like things I've like the angry video game nerd, which isn't like the thing I'm trying to do, right? But he plays like through the whole thing and then cuts it together and talks about stuff, right? Like I don't want to have to beat any of these games unless that's going to be uh the journey of the show, right? Is the show trying to beat a game?
No, I don't think the show is trying to be a game at all. That would be the most boring show ever. I think the show is. Here's what I think the show is. I think you put it best when you said Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley. I think because you're unemployed, the reason that you would play a game like that is to feel like you actually accomplished something. And so it's like, well, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
up and farm the crops today because I don't have a fucking job. I gotta get my warm and fuzzy tickled somehow, you know. Like that to me
Yeah.
is more fun to that in the sense of like because you've already beaten
Yeah.
Stardew Valley, you know. So
Right.
yeah,
And so like a thing I'll like, and so then like what I want to think of, because like I don't like the idea of just streaming games isn't interesting to me. No offense to anyone who streams games, it's very hard. I don't want to do it. I'd talk on camera, not a thing I'm a fan of. But like I'm thinking of like a narrative to like build into it uh of like okay, basically what I need you to think about, Mike, and what I need people to email to economyofnothing@gmail.com is ideas for like funny games to slide in there, right? Because I'm going to do Stardew Valley and The Sims, and then like obviously there are ideas where like I could do Pilot Wings because Pilot's a
God, dude,
job,
Pilot
right?
Wings is
And
such a
like go
terrible game. It's fun though. It's very complaining type game because it doesn't make any sense.
yeah, and like but there's one of these things where like oh well I'm not going to join the military, so I'm not playing Battlefield, right? but like but like there's other things where it's like but you know maybe I'd have to become a witcher. There's a job board in the witcher, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like what like so there's going to be some sort of funny level of this where I'm justifying to the audience how this game is a job,
Hmm.
right? That's like that how somehow this is like because it's actually just a skill I'm working on like and like time I'm killing while I'm unemployed. But then like coming like no, I need to come up with like a real reason that like obviously Stardew Valley, we just need to research like good old fashioned hard work, right? There's a lot of confusing things going on in the economy right now. I just want to know how much a chicken costs me, how much I'm going to make for that egg, and how much like work's gonna, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you can do like a real standard thing, and then it's like you get into like a bit more ridiculous things. Like well, things aren't going great, so I've pulled out the game Mercenaries. I assume I could be someone who would pay me to hold a gun, right?
Trying to think of other like games that like Overcooked is a great game of like a boss that just wants way too much out of you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Overcooked would be good, right? And then like, but again, it's one of those things where like, if you have to come up like our little game to play. I guess we can play in text if people can email the podcast or whatever. It's like come up with the funniest justification for a game that wouldn't be justified, right? Like obviously there's a million power wash simulators.
Mm.
Like this could be done forever, but the joke and the fun will be like, okay, I gotta be like, okay, Mario 1, absolutely, right? He's a plumber and something crazy happens. I need to know about emergency plumbing situations. By Mario 3, on the cover, he's like dressed as a raccoon. Not a job I'm interested in, right? We're not playing Mario 3.
What is this? Furries? Like, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not. Listen, we're not there yet,
Hmm.
right? I'm sure if we wanted to go that direction, I'm sure there's like a mascot simulator I should try
Well, just
first,
based off
right?
that,
Like,
there could be nothing of you saving the world, because every game where you save the world, that dude never gets paid or any like respect for saving it.
right, right, and that like yes, and that's why like so I can't. There's what's in the like one I thought of like oh I could do Portal because Portal at the end of the day is just doing the what like R and
It's
D
just
for some
you're just the
corporation or
R&D
whatever,
squad,
right?
and you're not getting paid. You're actually a prisoner. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like so that's my plan. I don't know if it's any good. My
I
other
love it. I
idea
think it's
is
great.
like do some stuff with movies, but I think we're gonna hold that off till next month because I gotta like I might need to like get a subscription or something. So why not do a thing that might be cheaper?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just use the things you already got. Yeah.
Yep.
Or another fun thing could be like play board games that are like the economy of nothing. Life.
Yeah. Well, I think at some point, like once I get it figured out, like I have a plan. Like a buddy of mine that lives around here is like gotten into like a Warhammer or not
Warhammer
Warhammer,
40K?
that the ones with the
Yeah,
figurines.
it's
I always
Warhammer
do. Is that
40K. I used to play
Warhammer
it
with the
back in the day.
Yeah, it's like yeah. So I was thinking like what I can figure out how to like live stream Warhammer
Yeah.
like on Twitch, but I'm sure a
Let me
million people
let
have
me
done it.
let me
I'm not
tell
like
you.
figuring it
Let me
out or
tell
whatever.
you.
Like you know what I mean?
You want to
So
talk
like,
about an economy of nothing? Warhammer 40K, the amount it costs for those things. I mean, even back in the day, dude. This was back when I was like, I was in middle school in the Warhammer 40K, and like a set was like
I know.
$40 for like
I told
five
my
dudes, and that was like the cheap one.
yes.
It was crazy.
I really I really think that it might stretch like the what we allow is like economy of nothing, like affordability or
Yeah,
whatever in the game. But it's not my money, so what do I?
I'm just saying. But it's a lot of fun. I used to love building the
Oh yeah.
terrain of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I didn't actually like the
It seems
game.
like you.
I didn't think the game was that fun, but like painting the little guys and doing it because there was just so much to every army, and you'd be fighting another army, and they're like, "Well, my army has this special power that only this army has that I
Dude,
get to roll." It's just
nothing
like,
was ever fun to play with other kids, man. No game that you thought would be fun met like contact with like the first kid. Like you never wanted to actually play Pokemon with
no.
anybody or anything like
That's why
right?
the energy
Like
cards
no,
worth
like
like $1 million now because everybody threw those away. Did you know that?
is
Yeah,
it?
I think it's
That'd
like
be
the
very funny.
electric energy card was for like Pikachu or something, and they were like, that card is one of the rarest cards because nobody kept those, even though they're like a vital part of the game. So it tells me that no one ever played the game. I certainly didn't play the
Dude,
game.
the Pokemon trading card game, I think like we tried, right? But it was one of those things where like it 100% just like did not translate in any like it's I don't know. I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. I understand how those types of card games go. So like maybe I'd understand it more, but I was like, but we're trying to have fun? Are we trying to have fun here? And it just didn't seem
the
like you're
The
trying to have
problem was there
fun,
was never
right? Like
there. No one could actually play the game because they never gave you enough energy cards. Because if you actually looked at how the game was played, it would have like for every symbol that you'd have, it'd have like one, two, or three, and the big powers did three, and no one would ever have enough to do a big power. Even though like I have a Charizard, I can do Firestorm or whatever. It does 120. It's like yeah, but you technically can't because you only got two energy cards. You need three. And they're like, well, we'll just play with one
yeah.
energy card works. And you're like, you start bending the rules like that, it becomes unfun. But mom's not going to buy us another pack, so I guess we got to do what
Did
we got to
you
do. You know?
Yeah, I think all of my negativity towards like cards is based on that and then like the show Yu-Gi-Oh, which I
Yeah,
hadn't seen a
I
bunch of,
remember Yu-Gi-Oh.
but I just remember thinking this isn't cool. Like because it was like no offense to all the Yu-Gi-Oh fans,
I don't
but you
think
liked a
anybody
thing
was
that
a
wasn't
Yu-Gi-Oh
cool.
fan. There's no one. If that was true,
Well,
they'd still be around.
well, I was being
Yeah,
facetious,
yeah.
but like I don't know, it's always on the free channels, but like uh like I just remember thinking like, wait, this is so lame. Like the cartoon of the card game is a fucking card game. Like, it is the fucking lamest shit of all time. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like oh well like obviously this game is a Pokemon is a representation of what it would be like to be in the Pokemon world. And what it would be like to be in the Yu-Gi-Oh world is to play the fucking game Yu-Gi-Oh.
I never understood Yu-Gi-Oh. It was always on another level. Everything was like more hardcore, but
Well,
didn't make sense.
Well, that's all that I remember that, and I remember that it's very like I remember thinking like Casino Royale, the scene at the end, like the last card scene in Casino Royale, felt very like Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm like, oh, everyone just has a better card than the next guy. Like,
Yeah,
that's not generally how this
on
works.
the best on the best time to go, and it's just I love Casino Royale. Actually, though, it's a great movie.
the Casino Royale makes me kind of sad though,
Why?
just because then you have because then the next four or
You
whatever.
didn't like the Bond series? I liked it.
I haven't seen the last two Daniel Craig ones. Skyfall was the last one I saw.
I've seen them all.
Right?
Yeah, how many are
How
there? 3,
so
4? I think it's 4.
Skyfall. Oh no, sorry. Quantum Casino Royale, like we
So
said, Quantum of
Quantum of
Solace,
Solace sucks.
Skyfall.
Quantum of Solace is not a good one.
And then there's two I haven't seen where it's all like Blofeld's brother or something. I said no, thank you. You guys have gone completely in the wrong direction. I did not want any of this. If I'm totally honest with you, I wanted James Bond to go on a mission. Like, go to the On an Unrelated Note podcast. I swear to God, I'm on there going, can James Bond just go on a fucking mission and not have it be about his fucking family? And then just completely the other direction the whole time in a very.
So the
But that's fine.
problem,
I mean, Daniel Craig's good. Like,
the reason that worked is because they never gave you a James Bond that was like consecutive, and he
yeah,
sacrifices
but
himself at
like,
the end. I think.
yeah, but like they're gonna make another James Bond.
Yeah,
So
I
like
heard.
he didn't. But
Yeah,
like it's not. It's like one of the. You know what I didn't like? It was one of those things where like Casino Royale was like, yo, and now he's James Bond, and then you watch like Quantum of Solace, like, well, no, and now he's gonna be James Bond in the next. They kept being like he's finally gonna be James. Like they'd always end each of them like teasing the actual James Bond theme, and then the next one it's like. But then by Skyfall, he's like retired. And I'm like, when the fuck is he James Bond? When did he do any James Bond shit? Never. That guy never once did a fucking James Bond thing.
okay,
Right?
so
Did he ever save the world? No. I think he only helped himself constantly.
all right, so here in order: Daniel Craig, James Bond. All right,
Dude.
the first one, Casino Royale, 2006. The second one, which I
Love
would
it.
argue is kind of the weaker of them all, is Quantum of Solace, 2008. The next one,
Yeah, well, that's a writer's strike. Movie.
yeah, the next one was Skyfall, 2012, which I don't really remember what happens in that one.
It's The Dark Knight.
Okay, and then the next one is Spectre, which I don't really 2015, which I don't really remember what happens in that one. And then the last,
I think that's the one where it ends again. I haven't seen any of these, but I know that it ends with him walking through a bunch of pictures of like his past or whatever, and it's like, oh, I'm your brother.
okay, and then the last one is No Time to Die, 2021, which is ironic now because he dies in that movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I think you know what it was is like something weird happened, and I think that like Amazon like bought James Bond or something like around the time of Spectre. So Spectre's like streaming rights were weird, and I didn't see it because it didn't look interesting to me. And then like I was never able to watch it, so I didn't watch the final one. And they're like, "Oh, it's more of that last one you didn't want to see," and I was like, "Okay." I mean, listen, I'm glad he's dead. I guess I don't know, so we can maybe get a different James Bond.
I think
movie.
they'd said like Idris Elba is going to be the next James Bond.
No. Then again, Mike, welcome to the economy of nothing, where they've been saying the same goddamn thing for 15 years. When did The Wire end? Because they've been saying Idris Elba is going to be James Bond since The Wire.
Actually, I
ended.
do think that they came up with who is the next James Bond. Who is? I think they did announce it.
I don't
And it's not Idris Elba though. It's the guy from
know.
that.
Oh, you know what it is? You know what they announced? There's a James Bond video game coming out from the Hitman guys. I was talking about Hitman earlier. So I think there's like an actual actor playing him in that, but I don't know if he's. I don't think that. I feel like I'd heard. CNN would have loved to tell you if they announced a new James Bond. I think I would have.
What's crazy is that
Would've been
like
the front
all
page.
of that was lies because they can't give you anything. Someone's saying that Taron Egerton is the next James Bond, the dude from the
Dude,
Kingsman, but I think
no.
that's a lie.
That's not true. Dude, are you Googling? Do not get, you know that shit's bull. Yeah.
I need to
but,
know who it's gonna be, Mike.
You don't need to know, Mike. You like, I don't know.
Is it Aaron Taylor
I
Johnson?
think
I've heard that one.
Mike, is this what this is? No, yeah, no, I guess like I guess the thing is like I don't know. They'd have to do something good with James. Like James Bond doesn't mean anything to me anymore like that. Like you know what I mean? Like there was a time like Pierce Brosnan, even in Daniel Craig, right? But I'm just not. What does it mean to be a James Bond movie at this point? I guess
I
would
think
be
it
my
just means you're
question.
British.
Yeah, but like, how many everyone's British now. The Hollywood's full of British people.
Uh,
Your British people speak English if you want.
Listen, honestly, I'm not excited to watch any more Bonds. Because you know why? I'm sick and tired of the sequels. I'm sick and tired of the prequels. I'm sick and tired of the trilogies. I'm sick and tired of the whatever. Like, I just want something new and original. And for the life of me, it's just not going to happen because the more you go down the economy of
Oh,
nothing train station and realize that the more money you make, the less likely you're willing to take a risk. And I think Disney's a great example of that. And Disney pissed me off the other day because there was some movie out there that they didn't market or anything, and they were like, "Oh, the sales sucked," and they like blamed the fans. I forgot the name of it because nobody knew the movie came out, and they're like, you guys,
I think there's a
yeah,
Pixar
you guys
movie.
ask us to make original content, but then you don't go see it. You don't go see our movie. Well, we're a big bad $1 billion corporation. You can go see our movie. Like, get the fuck
I
over
know.
it, you fucking
It,
cunts. What the fuck?
and it's also like it's all like how much money a movie makes is like all marketing at this point anyway, right? Like
if
they
if
just
we didn't
like
see the movie, it's their
they just
fault.
make
They didn't want us to see
they
it.
fucking just make Wicked happen, right? Like Jesus, you couldn't escape Wicked like to save your fucking life. I didn't see
What's
Wicked,
crazy is
but
so many
like
people saw
you
Wicked that would not have wanted to see it, but because they marketed it so much,
I mean you would have thought it was a cultural phenomenon, right?
no,
Because they were talking about it so much, but like it wasn't. No, I haven't heard a fucking person talk about Wicked the movie since Wicked the movie. Like it came out, and I was like, it's a big deal. I was like, I just don't think it. Like no one's gonna. It's like the Avatar. Like I understand that everyone's seeing Avatar. But someone's gonna have to mention Avatar to me at some point. It was a running joke, like when Avatar 1 was out. It's like, hey, people are like seeing these. People say they like it, but no one ever talks about it. Like if this Fire and Ash one comes out and a fucking human I know doesn't say something to me about it, I'm really gonna start like wondering what's happening here, right? Like I just don't know any people that are watching Avatar.
so
I just
I
don't.
watched
And I know
Avatar
it seems like an
2.
old
I've
conversation
watched Avatar 2. I don't know what.
in
Yeah,
theaters.
and I have to say something about that movie. Have you seen it?
You didn't
Have you
tell me
seen?
this.
Well, because it's not
No,
worthwhile telling. Um,
I
yeah.
know.
All right. So Avatar 2 is just how you think Avatar 2 would go. It's just a direct continuation. They fill in all the little back pieces to make the story fit like very quickly and add no context to. But now, like the dude is just in an avatar body, and he has a family, and he's got a big family. And guess what? The bad guys come back again. And guess what? That one guy he killed, nope, he's not dead. He was cloned, came back, and he's the bad guy. But the point is, there's a war. It's whatever.
In the
And
waters.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I guess like at one point they like capture his two sons and they have to go rescue him, and they walk on this like
Whose sons?
I forget is it Jack? Is his name Jack? I feel like his name's Jack.
Oh, Jake
Yeah,
Sully.
Jake Sully's sons get captured, and like honestly, I'm surprised they got Zoe Saldana to come. That must have been some tight contract work on her thing because she like hates getting full dressed up now. Um,
What do you mean? Probably getting paid
oh yeah,
real
but like
nice.
she's like barely in it. Like you can tell she's like, I don't want to do this
Yeah.
stupid movie. But Jack Hooley's in it or whatever his name is because he's got no other. Sam Worthington has
Yeah,
no
I haven't
jobs.
seen him in
He has no jobs other than Avatar.
Yeah.
But so he has to go in, save his kids, and then when he goes in to get his two sons, somehow the bad guy ends up capturing the two daughters that went with him. So he ends up coming off the ship with his two sons to only have to everyone go back on to get the $2 to come back off so that the two sons get trapped again. This happens like 3 times. And at a point I turned over to my buddy watching, I was like, this is the dumbest scene I've ever seen in my entire life. Like we've literally just watched somebody get
I know.
saved from the same area 3 times, just in a different order.
I mean,
was like, what is happening?
Yeah, it sounds like our Pirates of the Caribbean conversation,
Dude,
right?
but this makes Pirates of the
like
Caribbean look good, the way it's pulled off. Honestly, I wish you would watched it to just know how bad it is. Honestly.
Yeah, it's one of those things like I just like didn't Like, and like I don't know, maybe it's like hipster or control. Like, I just like didn't care for the first Avatar. I didn't hate the first Avatar. I just didn't care. I just watched it. I'm like, all
Well,
right.
if we're being
Like,
honest with ourselves,
yeah, I
we only
saw.
cared about the first Avatar because James Cameron made us care about it by being like, I'm using all IMAX cameras, and it's taken me 15 years to figure out how to pull this off with CGI. And you're like, just
But
make a good movie, dude. You used to make good movies. Now you just make high
I
effect
mean,
movies. Yeah.
you know, but again, it's one of those things where, like, I guess, like, I think I've said it to you before, like, but I have to respect the idea that when I look at a James Cameron movie, despite the fact that, like, when I see a trailer for a James Cameron movie, I can go, "Oh, I see where you might have put the money." You know what I mean? Where so many things, I'm just like, "Well, I see where you put the money because that trailer has completely different CGI shots than your other trailer. How many versions of all of your shots are you
I think
producing?"
James
Right? Like,
Cameron would be a better director if like somebody could pull in the reins on him. Like I think over time he got
yeah, well,
reckless. You know, kind of what happened to
he's been,
Scorsese too.
it's the Nolan problem, right? In a different direction, right? But like Nolan and Cameron have the same problem. Like no one, it was a George Lucas and the prequels problem. No one can say no because they're a genius, right?
Yeah.
They're a genius. He made Terminator 2. How dare you ever question
That's the
James? James
problem.
Cameron can't be
Isn't that the
wrong about
problem
a
though,
thing
right?
ever
Like if we're
again.
talking about like movie directors in their prime, it's when they haven't proven themselves yet. And like I think you brought up George Lucas, like the original trilogy is so good because he was like
Yeah,
he for somehow even though he killed it with the first one, they're like, well, how are you gonna wrap this all up, right? And then I think
art needs to like fight adversity,
yeah.
dude. If you like lived in some sort of like utopia, like no one would paint anything
Hmm.
because like, or if they painted things, they just paint like you know what I mean? Like,
I get you.
and it's not, and it, but like it's one of those things where like, what would be the best way to film a thing? Usually, like just like set your camera there and let the action play out, right? But a lot of times, like the fact that like, hey, we can't turn the camera to the left because there's a highway over there means you have to like come up with inventive ideas of how to do things, and it's you don't want to always bash on it, but like a lot of this stuff now where they're just shooting in the volume, it's like, what are the directors even doing? There's not like there's nowhere to put the camera. Like there's four people in this room. I guess point it at the one that's fucking talking.
I,
Like I don't like like
something that I never thought that I would miss in movies until it was completely gone is when like when anybody's standing on a hill and they're like the guy with like you can tell the cameraman's like got some weird pose like looking up and like very
yeah.
uncomfortable filming this way, but like the realism you just get from a hill that you don't get from a green screen room because there's just no way to
It,
mimic that. It
the,
yeah.
the the thing you don't get from like the ground, like it's the fucking problem. Like you don't notice it in the event in Avengers Endgame because Avengers Endgame is fucking Avengers Endgame, and I think they put a little more work in the pads. But like all of these people are standing on flat pads. Like no one's ever shifting their weight like they're
Yeah.
standing on anything. No one's ever touching anything. No one's ever looking at anything because there's nothing to fucking look at. Like the screens are there for the camera and the lights, but like it's blurry nonsense if you're not right behind the camera. Like there's nothing for anyone to do but stare at the person that's fucking talking. And like that's like what high school plays are.
Yeah, it is pretty lame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So like I'm not mad at James Cameron for like taking 20 people under the water. At least he's doing
Yeah, I
something.
mean, I can't knock the guy for trying. However, yes,
Like
yeah,
I wish he would try and do something else. Like dude, like you do not have this epic story to tell with
that's my problem
Avatar.
with
You
it.
just fucking don't, bro.
It
You don't
yeah,
like even if the next three movies are like fucking back to back like Schindler's Lists like mixed with like
there's no
some other good movie.
if
Like
he.
it just you can't land this plane that never took off.
I think if anything, if he does have a plan, it's the most loosest plan ever. Like it's like, and the next movie's about fire. There's a fire world because that's how it ends. Honestly, I think the next one's going to be like a fire planet.
Yeah, I wish people would give if I were James Cameron,
I would just do anything
I
else at
would
this point with my life.
I would wish people would like respect me enough to like be honest about my work, right? Like if you love Terminator 2, you don't love the ashes of buttfuck or whatever. You just
There's
don't.
no
Like
way you like
like
Avatar if you like Terminator 2. There's no way.
like if your I like especially because you know those people, right? Like no you don't. Like whatever this is, like this is it just isn't anything, right? It just isn't. And that's fine, I
You know what's
guess,
funny?
if that's what people
You know what's
want.
funny is
The Jersey Shore isn't anything either,
I have a
right?
theory.
But it's not as
I
expensive.
have a theory that James Cameron only made the second Avatar because he was like looking for Atlantis. Because I watched that Atlantis documentary with James Cameron, and he's like
Oh,
not on the trip. He's just like calling a guy who's on the trip, and you could just tell the whole time like he wants to be on the trip, but he's like filming, and you're like, dude, you were
yeah.
filming Avatar 2 when this dude was like going out looking for Atlantis, and you're like, I think you wanted to be doing the other, but somehow you're doing this. I don't know. It just that's the vibe I got.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, it's sure. Like, I mean, that's like Titanic. Like, he like has his own subs. He's big into like all this stuff. Like, he's clearly like financing the other stuff he wants to do with the films he's making. Which
Which I think that's why he's making
I get.
Avatar 1, 2, 3, and 4, so he can find like lost cities and shit.
Yeah, probably. Which I guess again, when you look at what other people are doing with their wealth and power, I can't be too mad about it,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, he's not helping anyone, but I guess he's not hurting anyone. Because honestly, finding out
Yeah,
any
like
of this information, would it be useful? Would it change anything the way they are today? No.
no, it doesn't. It's like the bottom of the like, and I don't mean to offend anyone, Mike, but the bottom of the ocean can get fucked. I don't care. If there's anyone down there, come say hi. Fuck off. I don't like. We're never going. There's no. It doesn't. We're not gonna find like anything. There's not like a thing down. It's like just crushing depths that like
Oh, Mike, you sweet,
I don't
sweet
know.
boy. They're down there now, and they're finding shit.
What do you think you think they're finding stuff at the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah,
What?
they are. There's a guy down there now. Well, not like right now.
Doing what?
They found like a jellyfish that can change. It's like a jellyfish that can
Okay.
change. Yeah. I mean, nothing of importance. Just more jellyfish and
Fine,
more
you're not gonna
bugs. That's
like.
about it.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Mike. I forgot this was the economy and not. I thought I was on the economy of something podcast, and what I meant to say was, there's no oil down there, Mike. What the fuck are they doing?
I mean, you only go down there right
Right?
now to name something, pretty much, because it's a guaranteed place to
Yeah,
find
like.
something new.
But what I mean is like I don't think there's a large there definitely wouldn't be a bunch of like oil and stuff down there probably just because like
What about aliens? Think
a
there's
bunch of
aliens down there?
a bunch of why would aliens be? Well, no, I know aliens aren't down there, Mike, because this. No, I saw some weird thing on the internet where people were talking about like submarine in space. I'm like, well, submarines and spaceships have the exact opposite problem, everybody, right? Like,
What is that?
like because well, a submarine is trying to protect from like the crushing pressure from the outside,
Hmm.
right? Whereas a spaceship is protecting you from a vacuum outside, which is like the exact opposite pressures.
Which is crazy to think, but
So
that's
like,
true.
so probably the rivets are in the wrong way. It's probably be a terrible
That's the
idea. If
only
nothing else, right?
that's the only difference is the rivets are in the opposite way. That's pretty funny if you think about it. That might be
Probably.
the best joke I've ever heard. It's real. Because I never thought about that before.
I don't know.
But you're
I don't know
probably
the-
right.
I would do it the other way if it were me. Like that's how I would.
Like I feel
you know
like
what I mean?
everything in like a
this is
space
submarine,
station,
like, this is
in a space station, all the rivets are done from the inside, right? Because it's sucking you out.
yeah.
But if on a submarine, it's all
Yeah,
done
because
from
you
the
don't
outside
want
in.
the screws get
Yeah.
yeah you don't want the screws get sucked out into fucking space, dude.
It's such a basic thing like that. Like you think you understand stuff, but then you really think about it, you're like, I would have never thought of that. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta think about these things sometimes, you know. But I mean, for all we know, right? Like, and it's one of those things where like you. The thing is, someone much smart, like someone more interested, at some point, like thought about this stuff, And I just don't feel like we live in a world today where, like, when SpaceX sends a rocket into space and someone says, hey guys, you know, the screws need to go in the other way because this is a spaceship. And someone goes, oh no, this is the aesthetic that we will like or something. They're just going to send that fucking ship up, right? Like, they're not
Oh, yeah.
gonna...
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
On top of
That's all I'm saying.
On top of that, I think billionaires in general just don't care.
Yeah. I would never, like, remember, I mean, this is the last of the spaceship submarine, but I mean, speaking of billionaires love space and they love the bottom of the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's how we could tell the difference. Maybe the good
They're
billionaires are
going
trying to go to the
down.
bottom
The bad ones are going up. Yeah.
and the bad ones are trying to go to space. But I don't know if that bears out. But I was like, remember that guy was a billionaire, had that sub that blew up or decompressed or whatever. Whatever that was a big news story. Everyone's like, we really care about this. And I was like, not to offend anyone, but I simply don't. I'm sorry. I'm not getting on your billionaire sub. I'm not getting on your billionaire airplane. I'm not flying to your billionaire island. Like, you know,
You're not catching me in any rooms with the billionaires. Things that they do.
No. You know, Mike, I'm starting to think, and I'd hate to, like, you know, have this, but I think these guys might be a problem. I don't know. Maybe there's such a thing as someone having too much money. What if, like, someone was, like, given so much money and power that it divorced them from their humanity in a way that, like, something had to be done?
There's actually a show about this called Altered Carbon on Netflix. And if you want to know exactly what we're talking about, you should watch it, because although it's the very extreme...
Season 1 Altered Carbon, I really loved.
I really loved the first season of Altered Carbon. Season 2 is but season 1's great.
Yeah.
If anything, if you want to watch a show that feels like it could be happening right now, but a little bit more future-y, watch Altered Carbon, because you're going to walk away from it like, how is that any different than what's happening right now? Other than the fact that
they can't do it yet. Yeah. Other than the fact that they can't do it yet. Yeah, no. Oh, that's good stuff, though. Well, Mike.
It's a great podcast. Thanks for having me. Oh, wait, it's my show.
I was going to say, this feels... Yeah, I was going to say, this feels like a pretty good pod. I guess we got stuff to think about. I guess I didn't get any answers on my video questions, but that's okay. The answers are for another week. This is a week for doing things. Mike, and I didn't even have to complain about all these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? This is pretty big.
I know. I told you. It's just on an unrelated note. 2.0. More confident.
2.0. But economyofnothing.com. A new thing. Here's something people can check out. economyofnothing.com/portfolio.
Cool.
I'm putting together. I'm trying to put my portfolio together, and I'm trying to figure out a good way to. I'm trying to get like this playlist carousel thing going. Right now it's just a big list of stuff. But if you want to see other stuff I did besides some of this stuff, it's economyofnothing.com/portfolio. It's not done yet, but you know, it's a lot of work being unemployed. I'll fucking tell you.
A lot of time on your hands. For sure.
So they tell me.
Anyway, economyofnothing.com. Really go to Patreon. Help Mike Bedont out. Just $1 a day, and you can help this man eat a pizza. All right. So.
or maybe tell. What if it starts taking away from it? No, that'd be great. Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. Follow the YouTube. Follow the Twitch. Look and see if there's a Twitch link at the bottom. I might make a Twitch, or I'm gonna do it all live on YouTube. I don't know, but I want to clog up the YouTube with a bunch of bullshit. But also, it is all bullshit. But like, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
economyofnothing.com. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Bow, ba-dow, ba-dow, bow, bow.